Hi there, my name is Kelsey, and today I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways to practice crow pose from a not beginner yogi, but a beginner crow pose practitioner. I have avoided crow pose in my practice because it's a hard pose, but I really want to challenge myself and to try to figure this pose out and to strengthen my upper body muscles. This is a great posture for doing that. So if you're right there with me and you want to learn crow pose, I'm going to show you the way that has been really helpful for me recently. So you need a block, or if you don't have a block, you could use like a couple of stacked books on top of each other. But we're going to take the block underneath the soles of the feet, or I guess like the ball joints of the feet really. So my block is on its lowest setting, and I'm coming into something like a squat here over that block. And then I'm going to take my hands out in front of me, and I'm going to lean my weight forward and bring the ball joints of the toes onto the block. From there, let's sit the hips back down so the weight is dropping back into the legs, into the heels. Knees go about shoulder width apart from each other, and the hands are still bracing us. They're out in front of us, and they're about maybe a foot away from the block here. Now, the key with crow pose is the lifting up through the low abdomen muscles, the lifting up through the inner hip flexor muscles, and then as we press into the feet, we're keeping all of that area nice and lifted, nice and tight, and then you're going to start to send your weight forward towards your arms. Bend the elbows, keep looking forward, don't look back, you're going to go down that way. And then you're going to keep looking forward and then just lean forward until you can feel maybe your right toes pick up off of the block. Maybe set them down. Maybe the left toes pick up off of the block. Maybe both toes. Woo. And if you just touch it, that's enough. And then you can take a little rest. Roll out the neck. Catch your breath. And then you can try it as many times as feels right, and then eventually maybe you come off of the block and all of a sudden you're flying in crow pose. So I hope this helped. If you're really struggling with this pose, I'm right there with you. It doesn't mean that we're any less in our yoga practice. We're now less yogis than the next person, but we're challenging ourselves. We're doing something a little bit out of our comfort zone, and we're doing it mindfully, and that's what really matters. So be sure to follow me if you want any more tips and tricks on some of these yoga postures. Thank you. Namaste.